What are we doing here?
Pit stop.
Pit stop.
It was the craziest breakfast. I asked for egg and cheese, and I ended up with Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon, not
No
just
egg.
bacon. Canadian bacon, no egg, and service without a smile. Yeah. But we are Brunel Street, Birmingham, about to get on the bus to get the bus to the airport. So we're on time, but the bus driver went 20 minutes early, leaving 10 people at the bus stop. Apparently he's coming back because he's got a job to do. Yeah, so definitely not the perfect start to our Canadian adventure. The bus driver left 20 minutes before, not even checking who was waiting for the bus. Nice one, Megabus. So we've flown from Heathrow to Calgary, and then to Calgary to Victoria using airline WestJet. This airline was amazing. The entertainment was fantastic, and we got free booze. Welcome to Canada. It's freaking cool.
I know why the geese fly somewhere else for the winter.
It's so cold. We landed in Calgary, there was snow on the floor, but we didn't actually go outside there. Then there was snow on the floor. Where else?
On the ground.
On the floor.
On the ground.
Well, this is the start of our adventure. So I'm definitely getting ready for a culture shock. This place is huge. Slight differences. Look how big the pavements are, but even more so, look how big the manhole covers are. Why is everything so big, Beck?
Too tired to answer that question. Always eating on your camera. For the record, I didn't order this many slices. He gave them to us.
It's the little things you notice when you go to a foreign country, one of which are the cars. And the fire hydrants. Okay kids, let's take you on a tour of where we're staying. Reminds me of the mansion from Resident Evil. So this is the Cragmar Hotel, and it was just positioned right behind Cragmar Castle. Now this hotel wasn't that expensive, it was roughly on the conversion about £70 a night. The best thing about it, it was spotlessly clean. People came in every morning to clear up, and people put biscuits out, which we stole on a regular basis. It was full of quality furniture and felt very, very comfortable. Okay, look at this. That is Cragmire Castle. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Not only did it have a breakfast service in the morning, but it also had its own customer kitchen. What a great touch. But let's get some sleep and we'll start the adventure on day 2 tomorrow. Day 2, Canada. That's pretty impressive. This is their version of a castle. It's cold. Deep breath. Ooh. It's Beck's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. I think normally when you have big places like this in North America, it's basically because they've taken advantage of the working class. It is cold. It is. It is gorgeous. Yeah. This is a culture shock. So everything's different. The houses, the cars. And we are just GoProing over into people's gardens. Pretty sure they don't like that.
Who cares? Canadians are really nice. I'm sure they'll be like, oh, come on in.
Just lock the door. Lock the door, Beck.
Okay.
We have no breakfast.
Here's a squirrel. I've never seen a black one.
A black Wirral. Is that rare? I don't know. Is it rare? Is it rare? So it's not rare. They're actually native here. But another thing that's not rare are the animals and the deers that are just wandering around people's gardens. They're completely desensitised to humans. Yeah, we do have this in Stourbridge, but these people in Stourbridge don't really fucking do it. They just put the shit bags all over the floor. As we look how clean this is, they supply the shit bags, and then underneath there's a shit bag bin. Perfect. Perfect.
Shit bag bin.
Yeah. How? Ha! Did you get it? Did you get it? How? No? Yeah? So this is incredible. Look at this. So far in my experience of Canada, it's very, very clean. I did not see one bit of litter anywhere. And look how clear the water is. Oh, these fish. Thousands and thousands of them. I know, lots of fish. Probably doesn't make for an exciting video, but it's something we wouldn't normally see in the UK. We've both come to the conclusion that Canadians are very, very friendly. Everybody says good morning, and nobody spits at you. It's quite expensive here. Oh, didn't see that post. Just need that post. It's quite expensive here. So there's a Mexican fish restaurant over there on the Fisherman's Wharf. How much was it for a fish burrito or something?
I can't remember. It was nothing major. It was just a normal Mexican dish. $18 to $21.99 Canadian.
That's still about
still
£12.
No. Oh, okay, maybe
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah.
US dollar is probably 16.
There's another thing we're not used to in the UK: seaplanes. So the second day we decided to go for this huge walk. Ended up being 17 miles. We went around the coast, following all the nooks and crannies, and we found I think is it a group or a pack or a school? I don't know. A group of sea lions feeding on the fish. It was incredible. Look at it, wild sea lions. You don't get to see this in the local canals, that's for sure. Now, whenever I go to a foreign land, I like to explore, but I don't like to explore the touristy bits. I like to explore off the beaten track and see what people's lives are like. But saying that, you have to take in some of the sights as well, and some of these buildings are pretty amazing. This is the Capitol building, the parliamentary building of British Columbia, or just Victoria.
I have to read the sign again.
You didn't do your research before I put the GoPro on? No.
Parliamentary Assembly. Legislative.
Yeah, so that was the parliamentary building in Victoria, and now we're going into Victoria Natural Museum. This place was incredible, and we could definitely take some tips on what a museum is meant to be like. The lighting was insane in these places. It almost looked like a real live landscape. For some reason we couldn't access the whole museum on this day. The top floor was closed, but that also reflected on the discounting price. So it cost us about $10 to get in, which is about £7.50 in UK money, and we were here for about 4 hours, so well worth the money. So what isn't worth the money is the price of food. Ridiculous. Poutine.
What is poutine? Poutine. What is it?
It's curds and gravy and fries. Cheese curds. Poutine, my new favourite food. You You cannot come to North America without going into a traditional sports bar. This place had an amazing vibe, loads of TVs, good service, and American football on all the screens. Personally speaking, I'm not one for sport, but I did enjoy watching the commercials. Cheesy entertainment at its best. So as I'm sitting in the room watching tractor pulling, which apparently is an amazing sport in the south, very popular. At the size of the bed, incredible, in this amazing room, which is really comfortable, really warm. If you don't mind booking last minute, you're going to find some amazing deals. This was on Airbnb and it was about £60 a night for a fantastic, warm, comfortable, well maintained room. How fun is it waiting for the bus?
It's so fun.
So here we are catching the ferry from Vancouver Island onto the Vancouver mainland. Now we're doing this because there were issues with my visa. Whenever you want to travel to America, make sure you haven't got another visa pending, because they won't let you in at all. So because I'm with an American lady, I thought it might be best if I get a visa rather than use the visa waiver, not knowing how long I'm going to be in America at any one point. Because of my honesty and doing things properly, you do kind of get penalised for it. So when you're travelling to the States, just make sure you got the correct information. What a journey so far. We've gone from Vancouver Island and we are now in a place called White Rock, where we're about to cross the border. Now that certainly didn't happen, but even when we tried to ask the border guards for a little bit of advice, they were a bunch of dickheads. What do you think of the find of the century then, Beth? Lugging £30 backpacks for miles on end. Found a trolley! So after being sick of the border control, being sick of the embassy over here, I decided to fly back, let Bet continue down to see her family, and we'll let the visa run its course and we'll see them again in the spring. This is the Quality Inn in Vancouver city centre. I'm a little bit weirded out by how low the bathtub is. I've got my foot next to it, see? But even more so, how low the toilet is. It's up to my shin. Very weird. So after escorting Beck to the airport, I had to wait 8 hours, so there's nothing better than another bit of poutine and a burger before we set off on the plane. Just like on the way here, I'm flying back on WestJet. I can't rave about this airline enough. It was an amazing experience and a really smooth flight back. So how would I rate my mini adventure in Canada? I loved it. It's such a culture shock, it's so different to the UK in many ways, but it's an English speaking country, so that's fine. What I would say is Canada is very expensive. So before you leave, make sure you take that second mortgage out so you can enjoy yourself and do as many things as possible. Go walking, go cycling, just get outside and meet the locals. They are the friendliest bunch of people I've ever met. If you did enjoy this little adventure, guys, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and like. It really does help the shop out. And we'll see you next week.